What's up, y'all? It's Angel Medina, and I'm doing a special video because me and my father were talking, and we should redecorate a little bit. We need to move some things around in the room. So I thought I'd give you a little tour of what my room is. And so here's my little studio where all my imagination comes together. And of course, here's the biggest difference. This is the wall you guys usually see. You will usually see the belts, the wrestling belts, that I used to connect as a kid when I was a big wrestling fan. I'm not a big wrestling fan no more, so I thought those belts kind of need to go and replace them with my awards. My different awards. I have them here, and I also have them here. Yeah, so I was an A student in high school, so I thought you get to know that about me. How much of a student was I in grammar school. I was a very good student, actually. In fact, I was called a cool nerd. I was the cool nerd. Everybody would ask me for help for their homeworks. I get paid, and I was cool enough to go out with some of the coolest people in the world. But of course, this is the award that really got me started in my writing career, known as the BSA Arts Certificate of Precipitation. Yeah, I didn't win, but this is what started me because this award was given to me because I joined in a writing contest where I had to write a story about what they call for flash fiction and poetry, another point of view. So you had to pick an inanimate. So what you would have to do is pick an inanimate object and write about it, as if it was a human. So I did a rock called Rocky, because I was a huge rock fan back then. Back in in freshman year of high school, I was a huge rock fan. So I called him Rocky, as in Rocky Maivia, which was his first wingman before he became the Rock. So, and I had him, so yeah, and I really enjoyed it. So, make the long story short, it makes me feel a little better about myself. Sometimes, you have to change your room a bit. I plan to paint this room maybe this week, maybe next week. I'm going to paint it a nice gray color or a nice white. I don't know. I see where my imagination pops in, So, I'm very proud of myself. Oh, another couple of awards I need to show you. The presidential awards that I got back in middle school, 2002, 2003. I almost swept 2004, but I fell a little short getting the President's Award in 2004, which would have been the 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. And here's the note from our good old President George W. Bush. I may not have liked Bush too much. I may not have been the biggest fan of George W. Bush, but you know what? Just to have this letter, written by him, given to me. Although I didn't see the president, but the fact that he took the time to write this note for me, and all my other friends that did get the awards, it kind of made me feel good about myself, And here's my my little paperback library with such titles as The Third Book of the Thousand Years War Series, Revenge of the Groovers, Giannis, The Devil's Election, a couple of my books. I'm missing books 1 and 2. I hopefully, I'll save up my pennies and get those books from my own personal library. And J.F. Fleming, Connection of Crime. Yes, you can get, a Connection of Crime by one of my favorite, authors, J.F. Fleming. Me and him are very good friends, and signed. So that's my little personal library. The majority of my library is in my Kindle library. I prefer ebooks. I do more paperbacks, but only a select few were actually into that library. I'm trying to build it up. So overall, this is my new sanctuary. This is where my creations come tonight. And let's go Giants this year. Let's go New York Giants. And I don't want no Giant jokes on my comments, so you're gonna hear it. I'm not gonna delete you. I'm gonna give it to you. Especially Patriot fans. I don't want to hear any of you guys. And you know who you are. I don't want to mention names. The more awards is my confirmation, So, you know, so I'm gonna cut this video short. You know, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got an idea. I'm really improving the room, my atmosphere, as I continue my journey of being a best-selling author, and I hope to add a bestseller label to this wall someday. I've gotten close to it, but it's a little harder than I thought. But I'm confident with all the reviews I'm getting, and that I'm continuing to get, I'm gonna get there eventually. So guys, happy Tuesday. Oh, and today's Amazon Prime Day, so if you're an Amazon customer, you can get my books and you're a Prime customer, you can get them nice and cheap, and I heard you could get 40% off your next order. So, you know, why not support? I love you guys. Love you all. Love my family, cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, you know. If you know me on Facebook, I love you guys. And I'm just gonna cut it short. And this is Angel Medina, signing off. Take it easy.